Hello everyone, welcome back to Immune Biology. Now in this class I am going to discuss about fructose. See, we have got two channels. Immune Biology is for Hindi medium students and Immune Biology English is for the English medium students. Before watching this video on fructose, I would request you to please go through the previous videos that I made for all kinds of isomerism in monosaccharides, because after watching those videos you would be able to understand this video much better. So fructose, the formula is C6H12O6. Now the same formula is for glucose also. That means fructose and glucose are having the same chemical formula. That means they are isomers of each other. Then what is the difference between the two? See, this is the structure of fructose and this is the structure of glucose. The only difference between both of them is the functional group. In the case of glucose, you can very well appreciate the presence of an aldehyde group. So this is the aldehyde group. But in the case of fructose, you can see the ketone group present. That is the only difference between the structure of fructose and glucose, that glucose is an aldohexose but fructose is a ketohexose. Both of them are hexose sugar. Now what is a hexose sugar? Hexose sugar is a monosaccharide with 6 carbon in it. If it has got an aldehyde, then it is an aldohexose, and if it has got a ketone group, then it is a ketohexose. That means fructose and glucose are functional isomers of each other. Such kinds of isomers are called as functional group isomers. What is the natural source of fructose? So fructose is found in vegetables, fruits and honey, and that's the reason that fructose is also called as a fruit sugar. Remember this basic, fructose is the fruit sugar. Now let's talk about the enantiomers. What are enantiomers? Enantiomers are isomers that are mirror images of each other. I have already uploaded a video on enantiomers. Please go through that video to understand enantiomers in much detail. Now let's talk about fructose enantiomers. Now these are the two enantiomers of fructose and they are exact identical mirror images of each other. Now how to name them, I have already discussed about naming enantiomers. What you have to do, you have to just remember a simple mnemonic known as LOL. If the OH group on the last chiral carbon is on the left side, then such an enantiomer is the L form. Look here, this is the last chiral carbon in the case of fructose. Now in this case OH is on the right side, that means this is the D fructose, and in this case OH is on the left side, that means it is L fructose. So these D fructose and L fructose are enantiomers of each other, and fructose in most of the cases is present in the form of D fructose. So in most of the books you would find it written as D fructose. So that is the basic meaning. Epimers. Now epimers are again isomers, but they are not mirror images of each other. These are two epimers and you can very well appreciate that they are not mirror images. The only difference that lies in the third carbon atom. This is the third carbon. Now in this case OH is on the left side and in this case OH is on the right side. So these are isomers and not mirror images. Such isomers are called as epimers, and this is D fructose and the other one is D allulose. That means fructose and allulose are epimers of each other and the difference lies at the third carbon atom, so they are called as C3 epimers. In some books you would find allulose mentioned as psychose, so they both are one and the same thing. Now fructose is levorotatory. Now what does levorotatory means? Levorotatory are those compounds that deviates the angle of the plane polarized light in an anti-clockwise direction. See this, let's suppose this is fructose solution. When plane polarized light passes through fructose, then the plane of vibrations they are deviated in the anti-clockwise or the left side direction. That such compounds are called as levorotatory compounds. So fructose is a levorotatory compound and such compounds are represented by either small l or minus. and that's the reason fructose is also called as levulose. Glucose is dextrorotatory, so glucose is also called as dextrose. That's why glucose is dextrose and fructose is levulose. So that's how you represent fructose. D minus fructose. D means the D form of enantiomer and minus means levorotatory. So fructose is referred in this way. Now let's talk about how fructose is projected in different forms. If we talk about Fischer projection, see here I have already discussed about Fischer projection, Haworth projection in one of my other videos. Here I'll talk only about the fructose. So Fischer projection, this is the open form of fructose, 6 carbon with ketone group on the second carbon, and when the ketone group from the second carbon reacts with the alcohol group on the 5th carbon, then it forms a hemiketal ring structure. So this is the hemiketal ring structure and this is the open form of fructose. Now let's discuss about the cyclic form of fructose. This is the cyclic form and it is called as the Haworth projection, and in Haworth projection it consists of a furan ring. That's why it is called as fructofuranose. Now this is a furan ring. A furan ring has got 5 members in it with 4 carbon and 1 oxygen. That means out of the 6 carbon present in fructose, 4 carbon are inside the ring. These 4 carbon are inside the ring and 2 carbon are outside the ring. On the contrary, in glucose, 5 carbon are inside the ring and 1 carbon is outside the ring. Let's talk about the anomers of fructose. I have already discussed what are anomers and the entire details in one of my other videos that is also uploaded on this channel. You can go through that. Now in the case of fructose, anomeric carbon is the second carbon. In the case of glucose, anomeric carbon is the first carbon. So that is the difference. Now as I told you, as I have already discussed about naming of anomers, you have to see the CH2OH group and the OH present on the anomeric carbon. If they both are on the opposite side, then this is the alpha form. So this is alpha D-fructofuranose, and if OH and CH2OH are on the same side, then it is called as beta D-fructofuranose. Same way, if we discuss about the hemiketal ring structure, then in this case you can very well appreciate that OH and CH2OH are on the opposite side, so alpha form, and OH and CH2OH are on the same side, so beta form. Now NCERT chemistry has very well mentioned the exact naming of the fructose. This is how you name fructose. Beta means the beta anomer, D means the D form of an enantiomer, and minus means levorotatory. So this name is sufficient enough to tell you about the complete chemistry of fructose. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching us. Thanks a lot for connecting with us. Stay updated with us for more such interesting videos in biology. Thank you.